This film is tailor-made for the Sun Wukong. Just the special effects alone cost 300 million yuan, and during its release, it grossed a staggering 1 billion yuan at the box office, breaking 19 Chinese film records. The Sun Wukong is portrayed by Donnie Yen, whose ultimate move, transforming heaven and earth, is unbeatable. He even forcibly broke off the bull demon king's horns, disfiguring him. When his wife saw him again, he had already turned into a single-horned white ox. In the past, Sun Wukong sought the art of resurrection and went to the heavenly court. However, as soon as he reached the entrance of the South Heaven Gate, he was blocked by the shadow of Erlang Shen. Erlang Shen couldn't believe that Sun Wukong could pass through alive because, many years ago, during the Great War between gods and demons, soldiers fought soldiers, generals fought generals, and the Jade Emperor fought the Bull Demon King. The two battled for hundreds of rounds without a victor. The Jade Emperor injected his spiritual power into the Dragon Roar sword, using its power to absorb the spiritual energy of heaven and earth. He then leapt into the air, transforming into a dragon. The Bull Demon King attempted to resist but was carried away by the Jade Emperor. His weapon, the heaven-opening axe, was also broken by a tail strike. In the Bull Demon King's terrified gaze, the Jade Emperor kicked him, and with great force, heavily injured the Bull Demon King. Just as he was about to be finished off, the Jade Emperor's sister intervened, protecting him with her life. The Jade Emperor, unable to bear it, exiled the two to Flame Mountain, forbidding them from approaching the heavenly court ever again. Although the gods won the war, the heavenly palace was left in ruins. Seeing this, Nuwa sacrificed herself, transforming into thousands of colorful crystals to repair the heavenly palace. She also set up a crystal array to protect it, and established the South Heaven Gate. Anyone from the demon realm who approached would be reduced to ashes. Among the crystals, one particularly special crystal fell to the mortal world. After being nurtured by the spiritual energy of heaven and earth, a spirit monkey was born. Under the guidance of Patriarch Body, Sun Wukong, who had both good and evil within him, quickly learned the 72 transformations, the immobilization technique, the somersault cloud, and other divine powers, mastering them to perfection. Now, the crystal array of the South Heaven Gate naturally couldn't stop him, because he and the crystals share the same origin, so the crystals wouldn't attack him. Sun Wukong thus easily entered the heavenly palace. While roaming the skies one night, he saw the Jade Emperor calming a dragon horse. With a somersault, he landed beside the Jade Emperor. As he spoke, he helped the dragon horse stand up, and relieved it of its burdens. Under Wukong's care, the dragon horse instantly became lively and vigorous. Wukong then asked the Jade Emperor,
正是，是我，你是孙悟空。
As the two laughed heartily, Erlang Shen and Patriarch Body arrived. Everyone knelt before the Jade Emperor, except for Wukong, who continued to play around. Seeing this, Erlang Shen stood up to reprimand him, but the Jade Emperor didn't blame Wukong. Instead, he asked what brought Wukong to him. Wukong replied that he wanted to learn the art of resurrection.
为什么要学？
学会起死回生，我就不用看我的猴子猴孙一个个死去。你教我。
The Jade Emperor told him that the path to immortality was extremely difficult and could not be achieved overnight. Only when Wukong truly understood life and death would he be able to learn the art of resurrection. Then, he pointed to the dragon horse galloping in the sky, saying that it had a connection with Wukong and appointed him as the heavenly court's Baimon. But when Wukong arrived at his post, he found that all the heavenly horses were listless, even their eating, drinking, and sleeping were regulated by time. At this moment, Erlang Shen came to provoke him. Wukong hadn't even knelt before the Jade Emperor, let alone before someone with 3 eyes. Erlang Shen repeatedly suffered at Wukong's hands, so he lashed out by whipping the innocent heavenly horses. But he himself was also hit twice by Wukong's tail. He then unlocked the restrictions, allowing the heavenly horses to go out and release their pent-up energy. Little did he know, this was exactly what Erlang Shen had hoped for, Wukong breaking the heavenly rules. Although Erlang Shen was a silver-armored general, the Jade Emperor only appointed him to guard the South Heaven Gate, essentially making him a gatekeeper. Erlang Shen had long been dissatisfied with this and conspired with the Bull Demon King to destroy the heavenly court. Wukong accidentally intruded into the forbidden area of the heavenly court, the Elixir Pavilion. To prevent Wukong from making a grave mistake, Patriarch Body released the binding immortal rope to restrain him. At this moment, Erlang Shen also arrived with heavenly soldiers. Taking advantage of Wukong's struggle against the soldiers, he used magic to make Body lose control of the binding immortal rope, causing Wukong's legs to be bound as well, in an act of personal revenge. At the command, the heavenly soldiers began to punch and kick Wukong, mocking him. They also falsely accused Wukong of stealing the Jade Emperor's elixir. In reality, Wukong had merely entered by mistake and had no ulterior motives. But Yang Jian, seizing the opportunity, aimed to kill him by using the deity whip on Wukong, striking him several times in a row, intentionally driving him toward the elixir furnace. Wukong bit at the binding immortal rope with his teeth, but only managed to tear off a small piece, which fell into the furnace and instantly turned to ashes. Yang Jian then taunted him, suggesting that the only way to escape the rope was to jump into the furnace. Patriarch Body urgently tried to stop him because he knew that the furnace's fire was the true samadhi fire, and entering it would mean certain death. But Wukong still leapt into the furnace. Inside the furnace, it was like a small world, with lightning and thunder, along with the true samadhi fire, causing Wukong unbearable pain. However, Wukong used the true fire to successfully break free from the binding immortal rope. At this moment, he seemed to have unlocked a hellfire skin, absorbing the furnace's energy at will. He even swallowed 3 of the Jade Emperor's elixirs. He then shot 2 beams of golden light into the sky, causing the furnace to explode. Wukong was reborn, but Yang Jian smiled with satisfaction. Although he had successfully caused Wukong to commit a grave mistake, the reborn Wukong was not someone to be easily trifled with. He threw a punch at Yang Jian's face. Suddenly, a flurry of attacks forced Erlang Shen to retreat continuously. Seizing the opportunity, Sun Wukong pinned him down and gave him a severe beating. Poor Erlang Shen, with his 3 eyes and golden armor, was utterly powerless to fight back. Just as Sun Wukong was about to deliver a heavy blow, Erlang Shen suddenly disappeared. But with his fiery eyes that he gained from the alchemy furnace, Sun Wukong wasn't fooled by such a simple trick. He immediately swung his staff heavily, hitting Erlang Shen and leaving him limp on the ground, before he disappeared into a puff of smoke. Body wanted to pursue him, but the Jade Emperor held out his hand to stop him. But when the two looked up, they saw a powerful demonic aura gathering in the sky, indicating that things had spiraled out of their control. Back at Huaiguo Mountain, Sun Wukong was greeted with the sight of charred trees and countless dead monkeys and apes. Even his good friend, the little fox, hadn't escaped the massacre. Seeing such devastation, Sun Wukong was overwhelmed with grief. He tried to use the spell to resurrect the dead, but since he hadn't truly attained immortality, he couldn't alter the cycle of life and death, so he couldn't perform the resurrection spell. Reluctantly, he buried the bodies of the monkeys and apes. While he was in despair, the Bull Demon King arrived and revealed the truth to him. He then cast a spell to replay the scene of that day. The heavenly soldiers, armed with bows and arrows, were mercilessly slaughtering the monkeys on Huaiguo Mountain. Such wanton cruelty from heaven was unbearable. Filled with grief and anger, Sun Wukong immediately charged toward heaven, unaware that all of this was part of the Bull Demon King's scheme. A few days earlier, many demons from the Demon Clan had thrown themselves into molten lava, forging an axe with their bodies. This axe was infused with endless demonic resentment and was incredibly powerful, which was the Bull Demon King's confidence in attacking heaven. It was also the Bull Demon King, who had slaughtered the beings of Huaiguo Mountain, and then blamed heaven to provoke a conflict. Countless heavenly soldiers charged at Sun Wukong, who plucked a handful of his fur, transforming it into an army of monkeys. The monkeys and apes clashed with the heavenly soldiers, who were soon routed. Faced with heaven's formidable defensive formation, Sun Wukong used his old trick, transforming countless monkeys from his body. The formation that heaven was so proud of didn't last even 3 seconds before it was broken. Sun Wukong rampaged through heaven's defenses as if there was no one there. To stop him, the Jade Emperor transformed himself into a dragon and confronted Sun Wukong. But blinded by hatred, Sun Wukong couldn't listen to reason. The Jade Emperor had no choice but to fight violence with violence. Meanwhile, the Bull Demon King arrived, wielding the demonic axe and unleashing terrifying demonic energy. The demonic energy dispersed and attacked the heavenly soldiers and generals. Those who were entangled by it were rendered powerless. Seeing the opportunity, Erlang Shen no longer pretended and had his celestial dog fight alongside the heavenly soldiers. With the two working in concert, heaven had no chance to resist. Just as Body arrived at the battlefield, the Bull Demon King struck him down with a palm infused with demonic energy, killing him instantly. Sun Wukong was shocked to see the same demonic energy on his master's body that had killed his friends, and he finally realized that he had been manipulated by the Bull Demon King. Consumed by guilt and regret, he was in unbearable pain, but there was no way to undo the damage, even though he harbored thoughts of revenge. The Bull Demon King easily sent him flying with a single blow, then approached the Jade Emperor with his axe. Each swing of the demonic axe caused large patches of dragon scales to fall off. After taking a heavy blow from the Bull Demon King, the Jade Emperor lost the will to fight and fell into a deep sleep. Erlang Shen seized the moment and charged at him, intending to kill the Jade Emperor with one strike. Seeing this, Sun Wukong leapt up, blocked Erlang Shen, and then delivered a powerful blow to his head, rendering him unable to fight. Sun Wukong wanted to pursue him further, but he was suddenly surrounded by a cloud of demonic energy, trapping him. Thinking quickly, Sun Wukong transformed his fur into monkeys, and moments later, broke free from the demonic energy. By this time, the Bull Demon King was slowly approaching the Ling Xiao throne, and eventually sat on the Jade Emperor's throne. But in the next second, Sun Wukong, holding the Ruai Jinggu Bang, pierced through the Ling Xiao Palace, leading to a fierce battle between the two. With the power of the demonic axe, the Bull Demon King was almost invincible, and Sun Wukong had no way to fight back. Even his Ruai Jinggu Bang was snatched away by the Bull Demon King. This heavy blow caused Sun Wukong to lose consciousness and fall into an illusion. There, he saw Guanyin Bodhisattva.
如果你生为不死，你生来何故？你生为不死，屡造恶业，你不死又是何故？念念相续，是为轮回。
Under Guanyin's guidance, Sun Wukong finally understood the true meaning of the resurrection spell. He was reborn, once again becoming the unrivaled great sage equal to heaven. When the Bull Demon King swung his axe again, Sun Wukong easily caught it, and then sent the Bull Demon King flying with a single strike. Knowing he was no match for Sun Wukong, the Bull Demon King immediately transformed into a giant demon. Sun Wukong also stopped pretending and unleashed the forbidden technique, Fa Tian Xiang Di, summoning his true form as a giant ape, and giving the Bull Demon King a brutal beating. Seizing the opportunity, he grabbed the Bull Demon King's horns, spun him around a few times, and then threw him down to the human world, with enough force to break one of his horns. Seriously injured, the Bull Demon King returned to his original form, and spent his time with his wife and child. Meanwhile, the heavenly court lay in ruins. Sun Wukong asked the Jade Emperor,
烂成这样，要修一修，这得多少年啊？
应该要几百年吧。
啊？真的？
真的。